Cajuns, here we go, in no particular order. We got boudin balls. We got the regular, and then we got the ones that are stuffed with pepper jack cheese. These boudin balls are frozen, and all you have to do is fry them at 375 for 10 minutes from the frozen state. Boudin comes in a few different forms. The most traditional form is a boudin link. It looks kind of like a sausage. You could get it smoked or steamed. Boudin balls, which is basically the stuffing and has a panko crusting, and then you could deep fry them. Some of them are stuffed with cheese. And then there's also boudin egg rolls, which they fry, and it's like an egg roll stuffed with boudin. I already have some frozen boudin links from T-Boys in my freezer, so I did not pick any up. I picked this up at A-Bears. A-Bears is located in Maurice, Louisiana, and then they have a few throughout other places. Like I actually picked these up at A-Bears in Lake Charles. I also picked up beef jerky. Okay, this is homemade Cajun beef jerky. Next, cracklins. Usually boudin and cracklins go together. Cracklins is basically deep fried pork belly. Let me show you what it looks like up close. You can see it's been sliced like a slice of pork belly that still had the rind on it, and that's what makes it hard and crunchy. Now these are best hot. Okay, let's taste this together. Has a very distinct taste. Both boudin and cracklins have a very distinct taste, and they're Cajun classics, Cajun staples. They just put them in these little brown paper bags and absorb some of the grease. So if you're gonna pick this up in Louisiana, they are best hot and fresh. Ask them, how long has this batch been out? Like, how old is this batch? And they'll tell you 30 minutes, 3 hours. Try to get the hottest, freshest ones you can. Tell them you want the fresh, hot ones from the bag. Also, traditional cracklins are seasoned with just salt. However, my personal favorite cracklins is from Billy's in Scott. If anything, they kind of undercook their cracklins, so as they sit, they don't become quite as hard as this. And they put a true Cajun seasoning instead of just salt on them. Now, if you're gonna store these long term, I would say put them in a mason jar with a lid, and then you could put them in an air fryer and even a little cup of water underneath them to kind of create a little bit of steam as they heat up. That'll make them taste fresh again. We usually like to just pick up a taste to snack on them on the road as we're traveling through. If you travel through along I-10 in central Louisiana, Scott is right there. There's Don's and Billy's right off the interstate on one side of the road. And then if you go a little bit further, you'll hit the Best Stop. And the Best Stop is also known for awesome boudin. That's the best boudin in that area. Now, A-Bears is in Maurice, which is a little bit further south, not off the interstate, but definitely worth a trip. A-Bears is known for their turducken. I think you can get their turducken on Goldbelly. You can order it online. Now, I happened to pick up a turducken roll stuffed with crawfish from T-Boys. I think we are gonna actually use this for Christmas. But what I did pick up from A-Bears is the deboned chicken stuffed with jalapeno, cornbread, and crawfish dressing. They have, at this time of the year, deboned turkeys that are stuffed as well. We have a turkey. I didn't need a turkey. I didn't need a turducken, so I did not pick that up. But I did see, just to let you know, what the turducken was, I think $89 if you pick it up there. If you have it shipped, it's more. But I think it is available on Goldbelly, and I think you could also go on their website. Okay, so back to the chickens. They carry deboned chickens year round. They have a variety of different stuffings. Some of them are stuffed with boudin. Some of them are stuffed with broccoli, cheese, and rice. This one happens to be one of my favorite, jalapeno, cornbread, and crawfish dressing. So pick that up. They are all delicious. So if you see an A-Bears, they're worth stopping in. A-Bears Specialty Meats. This one was in Country Club in Lake Charles. But like I said, there's different locations. So I picked up the chicken, the beef jerky, the cracklins, and the boudin from A-Bears. Now from T-Boys. T-Boys is in Mamu. They're famous for their boudin. I picked up the turducken roll stuffed with crawfish, and I also picked up tasso. You use tasso just like you would use ham or sausage, but it has a very distinct flavor. It's pork. Picked up a couple of packs of those. And I also picked up Jack Miller's barbecue sauce. This one was made in Ville Platte, Louisiana. right next to Mamu. Teats is another specialty meat place in Ville Platte, known for sausage, all kinds of specialty meats that ships worldwide. What are the specialties that are grown in that state that are in season? And I always look for those. So I picked up Louisiana crawfish tails. This is from Bieber Farms in Mamu, Louisiana. So I was happy to pick these up. They have a couple of recipes on the back. It's just a pound of Louisiana crawfish, frozen. You can find them in several different grocery stores. I picked this up in Lake Charles at Rouse's. Now Rouse's is a specialty local grocery store. There's a Rouse's in New Orleans. There's one in Lafayette. There's one in Lake Charles. And they carry all of the Louisiana specialty foods. Happy to find this. I picked up quite a few more of these, but I just kept these out just to show you. And then I picked up sweet potatoes or yams. Now I'm only showing you a few. I got 3 different varieties and I got a box of each. Okay, so this is Bogard. They're known as the bigger Louisiana sweet potato. And then I got Orleans and I also got Evangeline. This is Evangeline. The reason I only took a few of these out is because they're technically not ready. They're still not cured. I have to cure them for quite a few more weeks. They let me take them because I was traveling back home to Tennessee, but they're actually not selling them to the public till next week. If you're driving through country roads, you'll see a lot of people sitting on the side of the road selling these sweet potatoes, or you'll see a lot of farm stands right on the edge of people's driveways where you just put your money in the box and you take your sack of potatoes. And you can also buy these online too. I'll link that information below from the farm in Iota. The 2 places to pick these up is in Iota and also Larry Fontenot in Washington, Louisiana has sweet potatoes. I picked these up from Larry Fontenot while I was in the area. I like to use these to just slice and cook them with salt and pepper, roast them. And then I like to bake these. And then I like to use these for like sweet potato pies, stuff like that. This is a sweet dough pie. This one happens to be sweet potato. They come in a variety of flavors. They are often found near the registers of any gas station or convenience store or any small grocery store. Sometimes even large grocery stores carry them. I happened to pick this one up at Rouse's. It's just a hand pie basically with the sweet dough crust. Lastly, I picked up a couple of pralines, but it is a Louisiana classic. I make these for the holidays. I've never had this particular brand. They're all pretty much the same. Let's give it a taste and see what it tastes like. Oh, it's good. It's really good. This tastes just like Mama's. This tastes like mine for the holidays. So I would highly recommend this brand. Again, you can find them at the registers in some of the stores. I picked these up at Rouse's. It's crumbly, it's not chewy. They sell 2 kinds. They sell this kind, which is softer and crumbly, and then they sell a chewier, stickier kind. This one is sweeter, and it's just Louisiana goodness. All right, there are other Louisiana staples that you can definitely pick up, but this is what I picked up this time. So if you're traveling through on I-10, and you want to stop at Don's or Billy's, you know, they all have this stuff. They just, you know, sometimes they taste a little different from place to place and you have your favorites. My favorite cracklins is Billy's. My favorite boudin in the link is probably T-Boy's or the Best Stop. But I like these boudin balls better from A-Bear's. And I really, really like A-Bear's stuffed chicken. I've had their stuffed turkey. It's delicious. I've had A-Bear's turducken. I've never had T-Boy's. So this will be a first time for this. And Louisiana crawfish is just a staple. We love to have this in the freezer year round. You can do so many things with it, and this is a great form. We love to support our local family farms. My dad was a crawfish and a rice farmer for many years, so I like to support other farmers in the area. Sweet potatoes, same thing. I'll try to buy something as locally sourced to me as possible. And if I can't get it here as sourced as locally as possible, I like to go to the direct source. So like when I bought the salmon, the wild sockeye salmon, I bought it straight from Alaska. If I'm gonna buy sweet potatoes and crawfish, I wanna buy it straight from Louisiana. I can make some of this. I've never made cracklins. I don't know if I ever will, because I like to do other things with pork belly. But basically it's pork belly that's deep fried. It's not healthy. I very seldom ever eat it, but when I'm traveling through Louisiana, it brings back childhood memories. And the same as this. My husband will munch on that while he's sitting in the deer stand. Anyway, all right guys, you're passing through Louisiana. Pick you up some Louisiana goodies.